Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here is today's question. Hi, Allison. Is it recommended for therapists to hire a contracted lawyer to draft new client paperwork, such as informed consents, notice of privacy policies, etc.? So first, I want to thank Therapy Notes for sponsoring Ask Allison. If you're looking for an all-in-one practice management system, you need to check out Therapy Notes. It's top rated on Trustpilot. It does all the back-end pieces a private practice requires. It schedules, charges, bills insurance, does your notes. Well, you do your notes on the system, send reminders, store your intake paperwork, complete your online video sessions, all in one platform. You get 2 months free to play with it if you use the code ABUNDANT at checkout at therapynotes.com. I would definitely recommend having an attorney look over your new client paperwork. I mentioned recently in an Instagram post that one thing I did wrong when I was first starting is that with permission, I copied a friend's intake paperwork. He was a psychologist, his dad was an attorney, and had made sure it was like airtight for him. I didn't know that different licenses in the same state required radically different paperwork, nor did I know that the same license across different states require different things in their intake paperwork. Sometimes our boards like to mess with us, apparently, so that's just the way that went. Now, nothing bad happened. It was just one of those things that years later, I was like, oh, oops. I'm a rule follower. Anytime I find out I was going against the rules in the past or even in the present, I feel like I barely missed out on going to jail. So it put me in an unnecessary panic. There is a resource that I hear tons of good things about that I'm going to link to. My friends Kate and Katie hired an attorney to make the most stringent paperwork that apparently meets all the guidelines at once in the US. So you can buy a paperwork package from them and save a ton that you would have paid for a lawyer to draft them. Like I recently had a lawyer draft something not related to my private practice, and it was like $800, I think. So it's a really good deal because it's not just the one document I spent $800 on. It is like all the practice paperwork you need, and it's cheaper than that. So, today's free worksheet is actually a link. It's going to take you to a free webinar they did called Paperwork Up to Par. Find out what's putting you at risk. And they give you a free HIPAA form when you attend that, which is pretty sweet. And here's the thing, on the surface, our paperwork feels like this CYA thing that we don't really get excited about at all. And it feels really separate from our clinical work and more like a box we have to check. Kate and Katie have totally convinced me that it is not just some speed bump that we have to go over in order to get to our practice, and that our paperwork is better than I thought. It does more than just CYA and communicate policies. It really can be a part of the therapeutic experience. So it's a really long answer to your question, but it's because I think our paperwork has the potential to do more for us than most of us consider. So if you need help building your practice, check out how you can work with us. We have support across the financial spectrum so that even people in agencies can afford to get into private practice. If you have a question for Ask Allison, DM me over on Instagram, where I'm abundance_practice_building. And yeah, I think that's it. I hope you all have a really great time, and I'll talk to you later.